This is TWiT.
Hey, we have three people in the studio today from London, from the UK, John, Steve, and Robin. They are accessibility experts. They work with NGOs on improving accessibility. Is that a correct characterization? They're going up to Microsoft, they're going to Google, they're going around visiting. They must be very happy about the most recent Supreme Court decision, which says blind people can sue retailers if their websites are not accessible. The Supreme Court, by declining to overturn a lower court ruling, says that the American for Disabilities Act does apply to digital properties. Just as much as you have to make your Domino's Pizza accessible, you have to make your Domino's Pizza website accessible. It all from a lawsuit that was filed by Guillermo Robles 3 years ago in Los Angeles. He couldn't order a pizza online because the Domino's website was not accessible. He cited the ADA, which guarantees people with a disability full and equal enjoyment of the goods and services of any place of public accommodations. Domino's says, well, that applies to our brick and mortar locations, not to our website. The Ninth Circuit ruled for Robles, and the Supreme Court declined to overturn. So that is, I think, a good thing, something we're going to have to think about. We're going to work on our accessibility at TWiT. We do what we can, but I think we could do better. And so
I think, if you think about the spirit of net neutrality, it's making sure people, regardless of income level and background, have access to the same information. And I think if you're for net neutrality, I think it's very hard to be against this ruling. It is costly in some cases to develop total accessibility. The game industry is a really good example. We've repeatedly asked for accessibility extensions because it's very difficult to account for all those use cases there. But I think, generally speaking, making a computer able to read menu information for someone who is visually impaired, I think that's a very low bar, and I was very happy to see this ruling.
We should point out Microsoft has done some really good work, and at least with their advertising on accessibility. They have an accessible Xbox controller designed for people with difficulty using a regular controller. I think companies are doing good work. Roland in our chat room points out the cost of Domino's website upgrade was going to be less than $40,000. They spent far more in lawyers' fees taking it all the way to the Supreme Court and lost. So maybe that's not such a bad